Hi, welcome back to a new CCNA lab series. So this is our lab number 6. In this lab number 6, we are going to configure static routes. So I've set the topology. So from this topology, PC number 0 here is supposed to visit PC number 2 and PC number 2. Also, these two PCs should be able to visit PC number 0 in this our network. We are going to configure the interfaces and give them IP addresses. You see the ones that are still in red interfaces. The other ones I have configured them, I've given them IP addresses. I don't want to bore you with a lot of repetition. So we are only going to set IP addresses on interface of router number 1 and router number 2. So let's get straight away to our lab. So we are going to begin with our first router, that is router number 1. So enter the configuration terminal. Then enter interface gig 0/0/0, and we are going to give it IP address will be 10.1.1.1, the mask of 255.255.255.0, and we are going to bring the interface up. So tell it no shut. After that, we also enter interface gig 2 that connect to the switch. IP address here will be 10.1.2.1, the mask of 255.255.255.0. Tell the interface no shut to bring it up. You can see it has turned to green. Now we are going to router number 2. Enable configuration terminal, interface gig 0/0. Its IP address will be 10.1.1.2, the mask of 255.255.255.0. Tell it no shut to bring the interface up. Then the interface gig 1 that connects to router number 3 will be interface gig 1. Its IP address will be 10.1.0.1 with the mask of 255.255.255.0. Tell it no shut. Now, having configured the interfaces and given them IP addresses, the next thing we're going to do now is to configure the static route. So these PCs should be able to visit the other PCs through the static routes. So enter this PC and give it IP address. So come to desktop here, give it IP address of 10.1.2.10, the mask of 255 because it has /24, 255.255.0. The gateway will be the interface of router number 1, that is 10.1.2.1. Okay, so meaning that it should be able to reach its gateway because it is on the same network. Now we turn to our router number 1 here. On router number 1, we are going to configure static routes towards all these networks. So this static route will have the next hop of 10.1.1.2. So our first route will be towards this network. The second route will be towards this network of 10.0.0.0. The third one will be toward 10.0.0, then .0.1.0, and the fourth will be 10.0.2 .0. So it's going to be a tedious work, but the lab after this one is now going to tell you how can you summarize those routes into only one specific route. But in this lab, you're just going to configure all the specific routes, not the summarized route. Now what I have done is I have written all this route into my notepad. So what I'm going to do is just to copy the route. So like for instance on router number 1, we have got these routes, control C, then come to this our router, right click and paste those routes, then click enter. So we've entered those routes. So the first route will be towards a network of 10.1.0.0. The second one will be 10.0.0.0. The third one will be 10.0.1.0. And the fourth one will be 10.0.2.0. All the next hop are 2.10.1.1.2. So on this router, all the next hop are on this interface. But we want to ensure that in this routing table, it has all the information about all the routes in this network. So the same, we are going to come to router number 2. Router number 2 here is going to have a route towards this network, towards this network, towards this network, and also towards the network of 10.1.2.0. So come to this one and copy. Then come to your router number 2 here, exit. Then we are going to paste those configuration here, enter. On this router here, the route towards this network of 10.1.2, its next hop will be 10.1.1.1. But the routes towards this network, their next hop will be 10.1.0.2 here, this interface here. That one is, when that is done, we are going now to router number 3. On router number 3, the next hop will be on this interface, but we are going to configure how many networks, this network and a route towards this network. Also, while on this router, we are going to configure a route towards the network of 10.1.0 and 10.1.2.0. With the next hop, this router, the next hop will be 10.1.0.1. So we come to our router number 3, what we have set on our notepad. Now copy those configuration. Then come to your router here, enter the CLI, say no, enable config terminal. Then we are going to paste those static route configuration, enter. Then the next thing we are going to do now is finally configure static route on router number 4. On this router, we are going to configure a route towards the network of 10.1.0.0 and another one towards 10.1.1.0, and lastly the next network will be 10.1.2.0. So on this router number 4, we are going only to configure 3 routes, that is this one, and this one, but their next hop will be the same, that is 10.0.0.2 here, this interface here. So we enter router number 4, enable command, enter the configuration terminal. Then we come and copy from our notepad those routes. Remember, we do this to save time. Control C, copy, come and paste on our CLI. Enter. So meaning that When you look at the routing table of this router, you should know the routes towards all the destination where you want to reach. So exit, show IP route. When you show IP routes, we can see here we've configured 4 networks and via this next hop address. So these one are static routes that have been configured. As you can see here, they are telling you here here means they are static routes. We come to our router number 4 here, exit, then run the display command show IP route. If you run the display command, the routes that have been learned through static are these three. That is 10.1.0, 10.1.1.0, 10.1.2.0, and all their next hop is 10.0.0.2. Now we are going to see if route PC number 1 here can reach these other two PCs. So we are going to check if this one has IP address. Yes, it already has this IP address. Come to this PC number 0 here, enter the command line. So in our CMD, we are going to ping 10.0.1.10. So when we try to ping from PC 0 here towards PC number 1, we are being told here there is request time out. So we're going to check this PC if it has been given a gateway. So this PC, its gateway will be 10.0.1. So if it doesn't have a gateway now, the packets will come and reach this router, but it will not know where the destination for that SMP packet is. So come to this one, you see here it has not been given a gateway address, so we give it gateway address of 10.0.1.1. After that, also check PC number 2 here if it has a gateway. Also, it doesn't have a gateway, so we give it a gateway of 10.0.2.1. Now come back to your PC number 0 here and see now if you can able to ping that PC number one. I mean 10.0.1.10. You can see now the packets are able to go through. Now if it PC number 0 here sends the packets, it will get to this first router. This router will check its routing table and forward it to the next router. This router will also check its routing table and forward it until it reaches the last router, which will now deliver it to the directly connected interface, that is on PC number 1. Now see if PC number 1 here is also able to ping PC number 0. Come to command prompt and ping 10.1.2.10. We see here the packets are able to go through. We sent 5 packets and we have successfully received 5 packets. So that's how you implement static routes. So thank you for watching the video, and remember to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's meet in our next video.